to the Uncrustable Podcast.
This is Watch Mojo, introducing the Uncrustable Podcast.
Like doinks, Scoob. It's the Uncrustable Podcast.
I fuck with the Uncrustable Podcast.
Let me tell you something, brother. The podcast of Uncrustables is the way to go.
Good morning. I'm gonna watch the Uncrustable Podcast.
Listen, Paul, I have to return some video saps, but first I'm going to watch the Uncrustable Podcast.
I love the Uncrustable Podcast.
My Uncrustable Podcast gives me a tingling sensation in my balls.
Hey, fuck you, Mr. Krabs. I'm watching the podcast of Uncrustables.
Hey, up yours, buddy, and watching the Uncrustable Podcast.
The Uncrustable Podcast with emo, anime nerd, and complete fucking retard.
Hey there, kids. It's time for the Uncrustable Podcast.
Watch the Uncrustables Podcast. Yeah.
Watch the Uncrustable Podcast. You stupid kid.
You do. Watch the Uncrustable Podcast.
Stop being such a fucking retard and watch the Uncrustable Podcast.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Uncrustable Podcast, and welcome to Uncrustable Podcast Season 2 with an emo anime nerd and a complete fucking retard.
Don't fucking call me that anymore, I hate that.
Why?
I don't suck dick anymore.
The fuck, why is my mic all fucked? Anyway, do you not watch anime anymore?
I never really did. It's just I was with a faggot at the time, so that all kind of was not me.
So wait, are you serious?
I'm being dead ass. I watched fucking Dragon Ball and Naruto growing up. I
So
never got into
you're
the
telling
faggot
me
shit.
you never watched Darling in the Franxx?
I didn't choose to watch that, but I did watch it. It was interesting.
You're telling me you never when you suggested Food Wars to me.
I never, no, dead ass, on my mother, I never watched it a day in my life, I just knew what it was about.
And you were like, and then you were telling me, oh dude, you just gotta watch the story.
I didn't know fuck about the story, I just knew it was borderline pornography, and I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
And then, alright, and then also you're telling me that when you dyed your hair green, you didn't watch that?
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. That didn't happen. You're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy, Bob. Bob, please. I don't know what's happening to you. I don't like who you're becoming. Just please stop. Please. I don't want this to happen again.
So,
please.
Anyway, everybody, welcome back.
Get on with
Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So there is so much that happened in the last year. It's crazy.
Year and a half, basically.
Year and a half? Has it really been that fucking long?
It's what, October's the 10th month? Yeah, in like 2 more months. If we waited to do if you don't upload this for 2 more months, which I seem pretty likely, it'll be a year and a half.
Wow.
Whoa. That's fucking crazy. It's almost like there was no reason to do this shit anymore.
But, and the Uncrustable Podcast Season 2 trailer came out 7 months ago, but okay. So, I don't know how to start this off. I know exactly what I want to talk about, but...
Go in chronological order, and we'll just go off.
Chronological order. Okay. Chronological order. I started working at Ingles. Alright. And there was a girl there. And that girl, we will call her Erica.
Shane.
We will call her Erica. So Erica... basically, she was 19, I was 17. And she asked for my number so I can send her my playlist on Spotify. And then, basically, sorry, my dad just yelled at Logan. Anyway. So then I started liking her because looks-wise, she's exactly my type. You know, short hair, all that. And, basically, she had initially said that, she wouldn't try anything, you know, nothing would happen between us because she's 19 and I'm 17, which it's legal here in South Carolina, but it's whatever. And then she proceeds to start flirting with me and saying that she wants to see my genitalia. And then the day before it happened, because like we planned to fuck basically. The day before it happened, she got mad at me because I had ended up telling a coworker, which I didn't want to tell him. I don't remember why or how it slipped out, but it ended up coming out. And I asked him, I was like, "Can you keep that on the down low?" Because I was not supposed to tell you that. And he said, "Yeah." Well, he was just like, "Keep what on the down low," insinuating that, you know, he was going to. And then he told her, like a little fucking snitch, and then she got mad at me, and then now they're together. So, there's that.
Keep in mind, during all of the following events, I was just fucking radio silent. I was off in Fucksville. Like, I was just dead ass. I think I literally vanished. I don't even remember what I was doing during that time. I fucking vanished. I like vanished off the earth.
Sorry, I'm sick right now.
Fucking bitch, of course.
Anyway, so about a week after that happened, right? Me and this other girl started talking because apparently she liked me the whole time or whatever. We're gonna call her Rachel. And Rachel had basically we were playing a game known as Smash or Pass. And basically I jokingly started naming out people at the Ingles. And she had said there's only one person I would smash at Ingles. And I was like, okay. And then I started naming off every single person I could think of. And then I said, just to narrow it down. Just to narrow it down. It's not me, is it? And then she said, okay, I'm going to bed now. And I said, hold on, what the fuck? You can't do that. And she went to bed. And then the next day, basically, I told her, like, I had a secret or something, but I'm not going to tell her. I don't remember exactly what the context was. But then, because it wasn't important. I don't even think the secret was real. But, anyway, I was like, I'll tell you if you answer this one question. Smash or pass? Me. And then she said, smash. So then, we, a few days later, we were working together, and she gets off at 7, and then I went on break at 7, and then we went to her car to fuck, and then she blue balls me, and she was my first kiss. So, that's that. And then, basically, we were still friends, we were still flirting after that, but then somebody asked her out, because she was talking to 6 guys at the same time, so I said, fuck that, I don't want to be part of it. And then now, my, best friend is, dating her, so. Which she was a rebound, so, you know, it's not, what the fuck? It's not like I, you know, really was in love with her or anything, you know. I didn't really care. But, you know, it's whatever. Thoughts on that, Caleb?
I mean, yeah, you did just talk about a thought. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Oh, also, she accuses people of rape.
Fucking cute.
But yeah, no, she accused my friend Eric of rape.
Wait. I think there's a person we're skipping. Are we not going to talk about that person, or have we not gotten there yet? Because I can't remember.
You talking about my ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's after.
So we're coming to that. That's
yeah, we're getting to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So during all this, right? During like maybe like the downtime between Erica and Rachel, around that downtime, this girl who we will call, what are we gonna call her? What are we gonna call my ex-girlfriend? She's kind of crazy, but I don't want to like, you know, say her name.
Psycho tits.
Psycho tits. No, I think we're gonna call her Gabby. That sounds like a crazy girl name, right?
Ew, what the fuck? That is a like 2 foot tall Latina that's just, I mean, she looks like a fucking pug.
She was a, like, she was like a 5'8" white girl, so yeah. But anyway, so basically, Gabby, is somebody that I had, quote unquote, met over an app called Wiz, right? And basically, we had like, we became like quote unquote friends, but we never talked or anything. And all of a sudden, she texts me and says, "I'm about to pass you," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Okay. I haven't talked to you in like 6 months, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, she was like, "I'm about to pass you," and I was like, "That's crazy." And then basically, we start talking as friends or whatever. And I still kind of had feelings for Erica at this time, so then I would kind of talk about her every once in a while to Gabby, and Gabby would like kind of get really silent. So then all of a sudden, um, Gabby had started to like apparently drop hints or whatever, which it was the least obvious shit I've ever seen in my entire life, but okay. Um, and basically, what had happened was she had I remember the exact move that she, or quote unquote move that she made to like kind of get us to start talking. And it was she was talking about how some guy made her uncomfortable because he was like he was talking about her tits or something like that. And then I was like, as it like kind of jokingly, I said, "Personally, I would never." And then she said, "Well, dot dot dot," and I was like, "What?" She said, "No, I can't say that because we're friends and I don't want to ruin the friendship." I'm like, "Just say it, all right? No matter what, it's not gonna ruin the friendship, you know. If it's something, you know, if it's something like weird, I'll just laugh it off, you know." She said, "Okay, well, I wouldn't mind if you did it," and I was like, "Is that so?" So basically, she said that she wouldn't mind if I just commented on her tits, and then we started, you know, like flirting, and then basically, and it's a long distance. Basically, she lived 2 hours away from me, but she's still in the same state, but barely. Um, and we start flirting. Eventually, we agree, you know, to be boyfriend and girlfriend, all that. And then she tells me the most insane shit I've ever heard. Caleb, I want you to say it.
Okay. Let me explain. Wait. Okay. This is. Yeah. Okay. So. This is how it was from my perspective, right? I got a phone call one day. I stayed busy a lot. I was helping with a lot of shit. Had a lot of shit going on. I rarely answered Bob's calls. Sounds fucked up of me. I did it this time. Answered the call. And we started talking in a PlayStation party. I remember that. It was in a PlayStation party. And he's in fucking tears. What are we calling this bitch again? Because I don't want to fuck up.
Gabby.
Gabby.
I'm not in tears, but I'm definitely like shook up.
You're on the verge of fucking tears, dude. You were scared shitless.
I was scared, very.
So he's like very like upset. I could tell he was upset. He's talking to me. He says, and he's being all secretive about it and shit. I'm like, I didn't sweat it much, but I was kind of worried for his sake. Mostly because I didn't care. But I knew to stop caring when he told me what he was upset about, and this sounds fucked up, but he told me that Gabby and her friends, on several occasions, murdered guys of the predatory nature. He told me that this Gabby figure called him, and she was covered in what appeared to be blood.
Yes. I later thought about it, and other people thought about it because I described it to them. And the blood was, she claimed to have killed the guy 30 minutes before, right? By that time, that blood would have been dark, if not black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would have been like
It
brown.
was light as shit. So it was obviously fake blood. I would even go as far to say paint. You know what I mean? But she claimed that her and a group of friends started this like group, and I think we should just call it a cult or something. I don't know. Started this cult, and basically, her and her ex-boyfriend or whatever started it, according to her, and originally it was to scare off predators and or scare off like pedophiles and rapists like that hurt people personal to them or close to them. And obviously shit, I was a little shook up, right? I was like, okay, hold on, that's fucking insane if that's true. And I was inclined to believe anything she said because she was my girlfriend and she never really gave me a reason to not trust her yet. And she had she had said that it was originally, the idea was to scare off the predators and whatever that means, and it got out of hand or whatever, and it ended up the group of people ended up killing people, and then she was like, okay, that's crazy, and then she had claimed that she had killed a few people, and then left the group, and then also claimed that they are stalking her or whatever. Every once in a while, they like keep tabs on her or something, and I was like, okay, this is bad, but I was like in love with this girl or whatever, so I was like, but as long as she's not doing it anymore, and as long as it wasn't just innocent people, it's not the worst thing in the world. It was the worst thing in the world. If she did that, that'd be fucking awful. But yeah, I wouldn't want to date a fucking Batman who laughs. You know what I mean? But yeah. So whenever she ended up calling me, or basically, I she texted me while I was working at Ingles, and she was like, I am going out with my friends. And I'm like, okay, have fun. I said, text me when you get back. And then she said, I don't think you want me to. And I said, why? And then she said, and I was like, are you going to be drinking? And she had told me that she'd try to stop drinking. She said, probably. And I said, but you said you try, and this isn't trying. And then she was like, well, it's not a big deal, And I'm like, whatever. All right, I fucking have fun, I guess. And then she later on texts me and says, why is my ex-boyfriend in this car? The ex-boyfriend that started the cult with her. And then basically they took her to the quote-unquote spot that they killed people. And then she claims that they attacked her. And then she killed them. And then she calls me when I get off of work, which was like way later. And then she didn't describe how she hid the bodies or anything like that. She was very vague about all that. But yeah, she was like, she called me, FaceTimed me and said, I hate people. And I'm like, what happened? And then she shows me her face and it's covered in blood. Like her, like left or right shoulder, whichever one, and her face. And like, her tits or whatever, covered in blood. She didn't show me her tits, but now that time. Anyway, so it's like covered in blood. So then the next day, I'm just like, okay, yeah, fuck this. So I call her after I got off of work, and then she's like trying to be all nice, trying to be all whatever. I'm just silent because I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm just silent as shit. So I'm just like, and then she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I've just been thinking. And then she basically is like getting worried, and then eventually she's like, are you saying you want to break up with me? I said, never break up with me. I said, I never said that. And then I said, but and then
but
she was
I did think it.
Well, I did think it. That was I kind of wanted to, but I wasn't going to until she said something. And then she basically, she starts like crying and stuff like that. She's like, "You can't leave me," da, 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 da. And then my dumbass is like, also, by the way, she was just like, "Okay, fine, it was fake. All right, I lied about it all. It was fake. Is that what you wanted to hear?" And I'm like, "That's what I wanted to hear, but is it true?" She said, "Yes, it's fucking true. All right, and you're stupid for not realizing it because the book I told you about, the Mary Shelley Club, was basically the same thing. So I used so much from that and just like twisted it." I'm like, "You think I am paying attention to the similarities from a book to your murder life?" And then she was just like, basically, she was like, "I was dropping hints at the fact that it wasn't real." I said, "Well, when I had, because earlier I had called her out, and I'm like, it's bullshit, isn't it?" Like, I start like telling her like the blood would have been dried, the blood would have been a lot more darker, this and that, it just doesn't add up. And then she was getting pissed at me. So I was like, if you were dropping hints and wanted me to figure it out and calling me dumb, then why are you like getting so defensive over it? Why don't you just admit it? She's like, "I don't know. Da, da, da. You just can't leave me." And then my dumbass was just like, "I'll give you another chance. One more chance, and that's it." It was the dumbest decision of my life because, the first, like, the next month or so, was, it was nice. It was fun, we actually got to meet and, hang out a little bit. And then around early February, she starts talking to this guy named Daniel. I like how we just skip past the fact that my girlfriend claimed to be a fucking serial killer. Oh shit, I just realized I said his name. We're gonna call him... You know what? No, fuck the guy. We're gonna call him Daniel.
Daniel's not gonna watch this. I'll fucking Danny.
No. I know a bunch of Daniels, and I only call one of them Danny, and he's cool. So we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna call him that. But anyway, so this guy named Daniel, starts talking to my girlfriend. And it's like, she claims to have known him since freshman year, but she only just now gave him her number. And then basically she starts reading off their messages, and I'm like, "Gabby, this definitely seems like he's flirting with you, because this is the exact same way I used to flirt when I had no game." Or this is the exact same way I used to flirt when I was single. And she was like, "Well, not everybody's like you, da da da." And then she starts getting really defensive. I'm like, "Fuck." And then basically she like kind of like guilt trips me into letting it go. She ends up going out with this guy, basically on a date. They go out to eat, they go to the mall, and then they go to the dock by the lake. That is literally a date. And then she claims that he's gay, which is the oldest trick in the book. Whether she believed it, or whether he just or whether she didn't, she's lying to me. Because if she believed it and he said it, then it's the oldest trick in the book. He wants to get invited to the sleepovers so he can make moves. All right. And if she's lying to me, then she's lying to me. Which I, highly, what's it? Expected. And basically, she's like not talking to me for like days straight, like at all. Like, she would barely answer my text. And then she was like, "I just need some time alone." And I gave her time alone. I gave her days alone, and she just like got pissed at me because I wouldn't leave her the fuck alone. I'm like, what the fuck? So then eventually, on February 11th, I started drinking. I don't know if I told you that, Caleb. But yeah, I drank, I think just February 11th, I think I just drank one shot of whiskey. And then the next day, I broke up with her. And we haven't been back since, but there's been a few times where we started saying "I love you" again. And, started making sexual jokes towards each other. We didn't do anything, but, yeah, so But during that whole time, I had been drinking, got drunk once or twice, and basically she we have completely different political views, completely different moral. So she had told me that she had, because I uploaded a video on Snapchat, which I'm sure you guys have seen the clip of the girl. It's like a show or a movie. The guy that plays Kylo Ren and some girl, and the girl's like, yeah, well, I can't. There's some things I can't do because I just had an abortion yesterday. And he was like, was it mine? She said, yeah, of course it was yours. And he was getting mad. And I was on Snapchat. I said, this pisses me off because he's acting completely reasonable, and what she did is fucked up. And then she said, and then Gabby replied to the snap, and then said, it's not that big of a deal. And then I go on a rant saying, yes, the fuck it is. If it's his baby, not only does he have a say in it, but he at least has to have the right to know. But then we go on an argument, and she tells me that she's been pregnant 4 times. Wait for a response, Caleb.
I don't remember ever hearing about this.
Yeah, she's been pregnant 4 times, and she claims that 3 of them weren't consensual. But one of them was. She claims that the one time she had sex with somebody, she got pregnant. And then she claimed that she got 2 miscarriages and 2 abortions. And I told her that if it was with the rape baby, I am not going to judge you. I will say that I think that adoption is the better option, but I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to say oh, you're a bad person for doing that. But what I will say is that you are a bad person for killing the baby that was consensual. Because if you were just you know what, fine, I'm going to have sex with this guy. Because she had claimed that she didn't really want to have sex with him, but she was willing and just get it over with kind of thing. It was consensual. But she's just all right, you know what, yeah, I'm going to have sex with this guy all willy-nilly with no condom. That baby is yours. Keep that fucking baby. Whether he threatens it or not, because she claimed that he threatened it.
How the fuck does he threaten the baby before it's even out yet? He's said, coming up to her stomach, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
She was if you have that baby, I'm gonna kill it myself, or something like that. And
push her down the fucking stairs, pussy.
So,
it's not appropriate.
But yeah, he was like, if you don't kill that baby, I'll kill it myself, and I'll kill you too, or something like that. That's what she claimed that he said. But yeah, so basically, she got an abortion, and I was call the fucking police if there's any video evidence, or if he was saying stuff like this in person, secretly do record audio. If he was saying it over text, screenshot. It's so fucking easy to get a man arrested for false accusations, let alone real accusations. So get him the fuck arrested. You know how many men get fucking false accusations and get arrested, or even if they don't get arrested, the rest of their lives are ruined because of that? Anyway,
I think you need to take a deep breath real quick before you proceed.
Probably. Anyway, so she was like, it's not that easy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because it's happened many times. More times than you would like to admit. Anyway, so the conversation ends basically with her pissed at me. And then a few days later, she calls me. She's like, we're just on the phone. We're talking. And then she asked randomly, do you still love me? And I said, you're we're friends, it's that kind of love. And then she said, you know what I mean? I mean, do you love me? And I said,
nah.
I said, I don't want to just say no, but I don't feel the same way that I felt about you before. And then she cried. So, womp womp. And then, oh, by the way, that Daniel guy, yeah, whenever we broke up, he tried to kiss her. So, I was fucking right. So, fuck you.
Hey, don't fuck me. Please.
Yeah, I'm 18. I can't do that now. But yeah, so we have one last conversation. Basically, she talks about this guy that she likes. I'm like, yeah, you go fucking get that guy, Like, I'm supportive of it because I don't fucking love her. And I don't give a shit. And plus, I like some other girl that I'm going, if we do mention her again, I'm going to call her Jackie, because why not? No, Jackie rhymes with Gabby, kind of. It sounds too similar.
Jackie Robinson.
We're going to call her,
Jackie Robinson.
John LaRusso.
Alright, Cosby, got it.
Yeah, we're going to call her, okay, I think I like her even more now, because she just sent me a text saying that she's making dinner. She can cook, too?
Fucking better. That's fucked up. My girlfriend might watch this.
Anyway, so, yeah, what do I call her that's, like, not insulting?
Fucking Fortnite, dude. Call her fucking Alex. Alexa.
Julius, we'll call her Julius.
Julius, not even fucking Julie. You couldn't stop there.
Well, because
Julius
she has
Caesar.
more of a masculine name in her life, so So anyway,
Octavius.
I was rooting for Gabby, with this guy, and he's a pretty good looking guy. I'm not gay, but you know what I mean. He has the mustache, he has a tattoo or whatever. I kind of feel bad for the guy though, because apparently he likes her too. But I feel bad for the guy because I know exactly how the fuck she is. And she actually gave me a stuffed animal. Whenever we met in real life, and I've had it ever since because I haven't been able to give it back to her. And I was gonna give it back to her, but then I told her, I said, I hope you know whenever if you and so and so, I forgot his name, we'll call him Trevor because he's like he looks country, and that sounds like a country name. Anyway, if you and Trevor get together, I want to say I don't want to be added. I don't want to be your friend on Snapchat. I don't want to have any of your contacts because I don't want to be the reason you guys have arguments because you're friends with your ex. All right. So, and then she said, okay, yeah, that's fair. But how are we gonna? The stuffed animal's name is Dexter, because Anyway, how are we gonna discuss how I'm gonna get Dexter back? And I said, I'll text your mom. It's fine, because I have her mom's number, because it's funny. And then she said, you're not texting my mom. I said, what's the big deal? It's it's not like I'm like gonna have a conversation with her. It's not like I'm gonna be friends with her. I'm just like, because she was like, well, what if it's not a good time for you to drop off Dexter? And I'm like, well then, I'll just text your mom about it. And then she said, you're not going to text my mom. And I'm like, it's not like I'm going to have a conversation with her or anything. But she was like, no. She was like so adamant on me not texting your mom. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to do because I'm not being added if you guys are together. And then she's like, well, you could just like, we can be added, not talk at all. I'm like, that's not the point. It's I want you to respect this guy because you didn't fucking respect me when we were together. So why, I don't want to be the cause of your problems. So I don't want to be added. And if you get with the guy, then I'm going to unadd you anyway. So what the fuck is the big deal? Just let me text your mom or just drop it off when it's a bad time. It's one of the other because I'm not doing this. I'm done with her shit. I'm done sugarcoating all that. Anyway, she gets pissed off, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk to you anymore, and I unadded her, and I haven't added her back since, because she's a fucking bitch, and I hate her.
So I got a question.
Yes?
Right? Why does she want it back? Like, did it hold some sort of, like, sentimental childhood value to her?
Not
Because,
childhood, but, like, her grandparents gave it to her for Christmas or something, and,
then why the fuck did she give it to you?
I don't know, because she named it after the name that I want to name my son.
You want to name your son Dexter because that fucking TV show you watch?
Yes,
Like,
that's exactly why. And it's not Dexter's Laboratory for people watching. It's the serial
yeah.
killer who kills serial killers.
Yeah, I'm gonna name my kid fucking Walter. Yeah, I'm gonna name my kid Jack Nicholson.
Anyway, so, basically, I unadded her. I was going on a fucking rant, because I was just like, I don't fucking respect you, because you don't fucking respect me, so why should I give a shit about what you want? I'm so close to throwing away Dexter. I will throw him in the fucking trash. And then she said, if you do that, I will burn everything you own. I'm like, how the fuck would you do that? You live 2 hours away from me. And then, basically, she's just going on a fucking rant. I'm just like, you don't have to make it so fucking difficult. You can just say, okay, yeah, we can unadd each other, and then you can text my mom asking, if I can drop off Gabby's stuffed animal. It's that fucking simple. That is the only thing. She says, yes. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. And that's it. I never talked to her again. That's it. But no, she had to make it so fucking difficult, saying, "Hi, you're not gonna text my mom." Da, 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 da. I have your mom's number, so you can't fucking stop me. But whatever. So that's what's been going on in my life.
I hate you for that, by the way.
Anyway, what's been going on in your life, Caleb?
Okay, I'm trying to think of everything that happened since the last episode, so I can start from there. So...
Oh, I had another girlfriend since the last episode, too. Her name was, we'll call her...
Paddington.
Huh?
Paddington.
It's too close to her actual name.
Okay, Patterson. Pat and smear. It's not that fucking funny!
It was funny, though. Pat Smear.
Jennifer Ridingson.
We'll call her Melina.
Fucking Melina.
Yeah, so, oh, by the way, I quit English. I forgot to mention that, but yeah. Anyway, Melina, me and her used to date in middle school, and we came back in contact after prom, and we dated long distance. No, we came back in contact during prom, actually, like while it was going on. Anyway, then we dated long distance for like a week. You know, we were like talking for like 2 or 3 weeks before that. You know, just talking sexually towards each other. Because fuck it, why not? And, yeah, and then she broke up with me, and then I was, like, upset for a little bit, but then it's fine, because, you know, long distance, and it was only a week. But, yeah, that's it. That is all that happened, I think, that I think of.
And hopefully it's not, so that we can milk this entire fucking season as a little family get together. A little fucking cute reunion. Okay, so I remember in episode 4, I made a joke about my ex, but it wasn't a joke while we were not together.
What do you mean?
Like, we were still together when I made the joke. It wasn't like an ex joke, but now it is.
Yeah, what was the joke?
I'm not gonna say it. You can go back and rewatch it. We don't talk about that.
You should talk about how you were gay at one point.
Ew, okay. You want me to?
Yeah, if you're okay with talking about it.
I'm cool with talking about it because it makes me want to fucking kill myself.
Okay.
So maybe talking about it will make me feel better about that time in my life.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, I'm gonna phrase this as like, I want to be very vague about it because I don't know, like, to whom it may offend. I'm not against this entire, well, I'm against it, but not in the way that it's going to seem. So, last time we were on the podcast, you know, I was with someone different than I am now, right?
They were a bitch.
But the thing is, I didn't like dick. I didn't like dick. More specifically, I didn't like fake dick. Right?
Or real dick,
and
but you know.
I mean, real dick's different. All right, I've never had real dick. No, but okay. So since then, you know, there was the whole thing. Last person no longer wanted to be female. I was kind of supportive of it, I guess, but then it became male, female every different fucking week. Couldn't take it anymore. Things went to shit. I guess that makes me temporarily gay, even though there was no procedure done for it, right? And it was genuinely just a title that no one acknowledged. And keep in mind, it only lasted like a month. But like, yeah, shit happened. Okay, so that was all done. About 2 weeks after all that was said and done, I started talking to this other girl. And I had talked to this girl before me and the last thing were a thing, and I really liked this girl back then. And now, me and her, I actually asked her out on April 20th. I asked her out on 4/20.
That's hilarious.
I know.
Was that planned?
Yeah. She didn't know about it, but I did. Like, I had it planned for like a week in advance because we had a mutual friend. We had 2 mutual friends that kind of actually really wanted us together. So that kind of helped. But I mean, most of it just flowed naturally. But yeah, no, me and her started talking. It was great. Everything was great. And we got together on April 20th, which not only is that funny because it's 4/20, funny, we joke. It's also Adolf Hitler's birthday, which
there's no way Adolf Hitler was born on 4/20.
I guess that's why he fucking had an obsession with gas. I guess that's why that was his thing. But yeah, no, I wasn't told that until afterwards. Otherwise, I may have given up the not really funny weed joke just for the sake of bad day. But to me, it's the greatest day of my life. And so, oh, hold on, my mom is calling me. Hold on, let's have my mom as a guest. Let's see what's going on.
All right.
Hi, Mom.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I saw that little girl. What you doing, baby?
I'm recording an episode of the Uncrustable podcast.
Are you?
Yes.
With Bob?
Yeah. And my wiener.
Well, I wanted to call you and tell you good night.
Okay.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Alright.
Okay?
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
You didn't say goodnight.
She didn't either.
Well, she said I was calling to tell you good night, and then normally, when people say that to me, I say, okay, good night.
Okay, fucking bad night. You know what? Bad night. I love my mom. But yeah, no. What, me and her have been together the 20th of this month will mark 11 months of us being together.
That's more than 10 months.
That is. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But yeah, no. I mean, like, there's like side stories I could talk about, but like none of it's like of major importance. I really haven't done anything big.
Well, like, just you can skim through it just to kind of catch everybody up.
Well, my dad had a stroke. My dad turned 81.
He's alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
Barely? Still holding on? Sorry, is that too much?
Firmly grasping.
Firmly grasp, put in your hand.
I think this is also, like, this isn't the first episode we've recorded since I've gotten this new mic, but, like, this is the first episode that I think we're actually gonna go through with where I have this mic.
Yeah. So, you know what else? You know what we could talk about, which I think we should talk about in episode 2? I think we should talk about the Apple Vision Pro in episode 2.
What the fuck are you even on about, dude?
Just because, like, how it's gonna ruin society.
No, we need to talk about this now, because I want to hear your thoughts about it.
Okay. So, I believe that the Apple Vision Pro is gonna ruin society because just, like, people already jerk off in public. Imagine how many people are gonna do it. What?
That is not at all where I thought that was going, but okay.
People already jerk off in public. Imagine, like, when you have porn on your face, how many people are gonna jerk off in public without even, like, remembering that they're in public? They're just gonna take their willy out and just start whacking their shit.
How do you not remember you're in public? Like, you're just halfway, you're on like a fucking subway or some shit. You're just halfway through it. You look up and fucking Jerry from The Office, you know, your buddy Jerry, he fucking hates you because you never turned in your paperwork. He's just watching you crank your fucking hog with these big goofy fucking glasses on your face.
Big fucking goofy glasses.
There's no shot that's where you actually wanted to go with that. You could have said anything. Distracted driving. But I would have had a counter argument to that is who can afford it? Who can afford it that is actually going outside and working on a day-to-day basis in a sense that we would, like, see? Cause,
it
like,
really doesn't matter who can afford it because people will pay it anyway. That's how Apple's always been. They've, like, the phones have been $1,000. People paid for it. You know what I mean? Millions and billions of people paid for it. You know what I mean?
Well, I actually hate the capitalist working machine. My phone was only $1,002. So, suck it, bitch.
All I'm saying is that people will buy it because it's Apple. And it's new.
I mean, yeah, it beats having an Android. I will say.
It doesn't, because I'm completely fine with my Android.
I used to have an Android, and you know what? I was actually okay. I don't care either way, as long as you have a phone that works and you're not sending me pictures of your penis.
Negotiable.
As long as it's not plastic penis. But yeah, no, like, I don't care what brand you side with. My thing is, like, I know what brand I side with, and I have very good reasoning. I had an Android for 2 years before I had this phone that I've had for the last 4 years. I think I had an Android for like 2 years before that. It gave me 2 years of good usage, right? And then I was on the toilet one day, going through TikTok, as you typically do on the toilet, and I dropped my phone, right? I dropped my phone, it lands face down, and I pick it up, and just fucking half the screen falls off. I don't mean just the screen, I mean the phone broke in half after I picked it up.
And this was an Android?
Yeah.
That surprises me, because Androids are stronger than iPhones.
I've cracked my screen protector. Like, I have, like, a little cut through my screen protector on my iPhone, but I do not have any scratches on my screen. I don't have any, my phone works perfectly fine as it is. But, I mean, to each their own. I really, like I said, I don't care either way. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I think. I'm not gonna come to your house and be like, you fucking bitch. What the fuck you doing? Little fucking Android boy. Tiny dick Android boy. Little son of a bitch Android boy. I fucking hate you, Android boy. Damn, kill yourself, Android boy. Fucking soy boy cuck. I'm gonna
Oh my
fucking kill
gosh.
you.
Dude. We didn't know. I'm gonna name her because fuck her. We didn't know, or like, Autumn last time the podcast was a thing. She was out of the picture.
Should we bring her into the picture?
Yes, because there's so much to say about her. Dude, Autumn.
Or I summed it up.
Yeah, whore. Basically, my best friend Braylon, got with this girl named Autumn, and Autumn was, I didn't know her. Basically, he didn't know her either, and got with her 3 days after meeting her. But whatever. And then basically, long story short, she cheats on him multiple times. He forgives her every single time because she admitted to it or whatever. Or some of them at least. I almost guarantee she's cheated on him over 20 times. Guarantee it. And basically, I don't like her because of this, and I fucking hate her guts. And they're off and on for a year straight. And then just recently, he's finally moved away from her. But a few months ago, I ended up spitting on her. And yeah, and then me and Braylon weren't friends for a few months. And then when they broke up, or whenever I saw him at Ingles one time, I talked to him. He said they broke up. And I'm like, yeah, how long is that going to last? And he said, no, I think we're actually done this time. They weren't. They got back together like 2 or 3 times after that. But then this time, I think, like, they are done. Like, it is like it's very, very different this time. Something has definitely changed. But yeah, that's to sum it up. She's manipulated him, lied to him, completely, like, got him to ditch us. He completely ditched me at prom, to go fucking have sex with her. So,
We've changed the band name like fucking twice.
Oh yeah, we've done that too, and it's now Psychoholics, which is I think is our best band name.
I think it's definitely the best as a band name, but like something about it when I say it out loud, like my balls fucking retract into my body when I say it. Unless I say it like in a like.
Psychoholics.
Yeah, unless I like get into it, I can't just be like, oh, Psychoholics. No, fucking stupid. It sounds like I'm about to get fucking sniped. I don't know how that relates. I just feel like I have to duck after I say it.
Psychoholics. Oh.
Oh, fuck! What else has happened that we can talk about? Oh yeah, Stephen Hawking fucking airdropping onto Epstein's island.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Like, I get it. Let the man rest in peace. He was a smart guy, right? Okay, and
he had to have been a genius to be able to fuck those kids. To figure out how.
Ha her, ha her, ha her, ha her. He's fucking giggling. If he could move, he'd be rolling in his grave right now.
He's definitely rolling on his wheels.
Jeez.
Fuck you. That was a good joke.
Yikes.
Yowzers.
Ouch.
Oh, well, this podcast episode is definitely coming up to 10, or not 10 minutes, a fucking hour now. It's kind of boring, but it's a catch-up episode,
Yeah, it's like a prologue. It's like how you have to when you have to do the prologue on GTA again. You're like, fuck, dude, just shoot him already. Just shoot Michael.
I know exactly what to name this episode too. It'll get it views.
What?
Guess.
Hmm.
What have we talked about today? Like, what is one thing that is that'll really catch the audience's eye if they see like the title?
Well, we're definitely gonna get in trouble for slut shaming, so I think we could say that. I think we could say slut shaming as the title.
Well, that's not what it's gonna be, but all right.
Well, give me have it.
My girlfriend's a serial killer, or my ex-girlfriend was a serial killer, or something like that.
You have to put 2017 Gone Sexual in the title.
2017 Gone Sexual. Gone religious and sexual? Question mark.
You gotta play Wonderwall as the intro instead of Battery just for this one episode.
Oh, also, I discovered a few things about myself because of Gabby.
He's a homosexual. He's coming.
No. Should I make this public? Should I just make everything about myself public?
I don't know what you're gonna say. Do not publicize that ever. Never. Just don't love anyone, Bob. Love yourself. Please, love yourself. Actually, no, you're a sick fuck. You don't. Rephrase that. From what you've just explained to us, you are I didn't know about that. You are a sick fuck.
So that shouldn't go in the video.
No, it should, so everyone can see you for the man you are.
No.
Jesus.
Well, I like some that are enough, so I don't think I'm gonna put that in the video. Maybe in some other, maybe in some
bloopers, deleted scenes.
Deleted scenes. No, if I do end up posting this part of the video, it'll be in a future episode in a deleted scenes thing, after me and this other person either don't work out or have broken up.
Why have we never thought about posting bloopers, even for the main channel? That would have worked so fucking good.
Not the bloopers for the main channel, but you know.
I don't know. What are you fucking on about?
We've made the bloopers, not bloopers, but we've made some outtakes and stuff like that for the podcast before. It was episode 1 or 2 or something like that.
Is when you fucking called me.
That and also said a slur. Anyway, I think that's the end of the episode.
Let's do our outro.
All right, you do the outro, because why not?
Me do the outro?
Yeah.
All right, so I think that about does it for this reunion episode on the Uncrustables podcast right here, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're watching it. I don't care, because either way, you hear my beautiful voice and my content. This is me. It's all me, by the way. The other guy, that's me with a voice changer. So, hope you guys enjoyed it now that we're back. Consistently? I don't even fucking know. So, I guess we will see all of you next time.